All right, good morning everyone, and good afternoon for those of you out east from Vancouver. Thanks for joining us. We're the Mindfield Group, and today's webinar is Monitor Your Retail Employment Brand Using Social Media. We've got a jam-packed agenda today, and really excited to get things going. I'm Jerry Grattan. I'm the Director of Customer Success here at Mindfield Group, and I'll be your host for the webinar today. Our keynote speaker today is Cameron Laker, and we'll be introducing him a little bit later. Before we get started, let me just give you a really quick tutorial on the GoToWebinar platform. For those of you that are new to it, you can expand your screen fully by double-clicking the arrow in the top right corner of your screen, and that'll have our slides go to full screen for you. And there's a Q&A function or a chat feature in the little module off to the right. Encourage you to, as we're going along, type any question that you have. We're going to pause at the end for Q&A, but don't wait till the end to send us your questions. Send them the whole time that we're going along. You can also view past webinars that we've done here at Mindfield Group on our website, mindfieldgroup.com/webinars, and you can see recorded versions of some of the great webinars that we've hosted previously. So, our agenda for today. It looks something like this. I'm going to not spend too much time, but I'm going to give you a quick intro to Mindfield Group, and then I'm going to turn it over to Cameron, and he's going to talk through some statistics on social media, some listening strategies, engagement strategies, content strategies. We're going to wrap it up with some Q&A, and we've got some great polls, too. We're going to find out some information about you all as we go along. So, a little bit about Mindfield Group, who we are. Mindfield Group is a recruitment process outsourcing, or RPO, firm, and we're a provider for the retail industry specializing in frontline staffing, so that's store associate through to store manager roles. We were founded in 2005, and we're number 8 on the Profit Magazine's Hot 50 list in 2009. But wait a minute, that's not really who we are. That's a little bit about us. Here's who we really are. We are sourcing fanatics. We're social media gurus and technology geeks, and we're proud of it. We're talent sleuths and best practice junkies, and we really love what we do. Here's another way of looking at it. We help our customers make great hires quickly. 2 in 72, 3 in 30, those are some of our brand promises. Another way of looking at it is we've helped make over 10,000 hires in 2009, and we'll help our customers make over 15,000 hires in 2010. And these are just a few of the people that we work with. Now, since the theme today is all about social media, I thought let's take a moment here. I really encourage you to do this. Open up your web browser, go to mindfieldgroup.com, and I want you to take a moment and choose at least one social media channel that you want to follow us on. This is how we can stay in touch with you, and you can find out what's going on here. So you'll notice at the bottom, if you go to our website, those of you that were quick and loaded up our website already, down in the bottom left corner, you'll see the Follow Me icons, and so you can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, etc. So take a moment to do that, and then I'd like to get things going here with our first poll. So here I go. We're going to load up the poll here for everyone to participate in. So poll number 1 is, do you believe the use of social media can help you make great hires? 3 answers there: yes, no, or I'm still on the fence. So go ahead and click on your answers there, and I'll give everyone a few seconds here to pick your response. Great. Okay, just a couple more. Okay, very interesting. It must be the year 2010 because we have no one in our audience that selected no. So we have the majority say yes, and we've got quite a few that are still on the fence. And so I hope that some of the information that we can provide today will take those of you that are in the yes and feel a lot more confident about that answer, and those of you that are on the fence, we hope to convert you. Okay, that's enough for me today. I will be on the call and back on the call at the end to manage the Q&A portion. But I'm very pleased today to introduce the keynote speaker for the webinar today. He's the founder and CEO of Mindfield Group, and he's a thought leader in the area of talent acquisition, particularly in understanding how to leverage technology process, Web 2.0, to recruit great talent. Today he's going to share his thoughts around monitoring your employment brand using social media. And without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Cameron. Here you go, Cam.
Thanks very much, Jerry. Hi, everyone, and thanks for joining us on today's webinar. So I'll get going here, and I'm going to share just some quick stats. So this was a fantastic PowerPoint pack that we found on the web, and just some great stats that I wanted to go over with everyone. So why is social media important? You know, we look at the global internet users, and I think everyone's seen versions of these types of videos. Obviously 252 million just North America alone. There was over 90 trillion emails sent in 2009. There's over 500 million active Facebook users. There's 126 million. That's how many blogs there are on the internet. There were 10 billion plus tweets on Twitter since 2006. So for those of you who think Twitter isn't worthwhile, certainly I hope that stat helps you see the value of it. YouTube, there's over 2 billion videos are streamed each day on YouTube, and believe it or not, Canada is actually, Canadians consume more video content than any other nation as far as a per capita basis. So for whatever reason, Canadians just love YouTube and love streaming video content. So something to think about a little bit later on the webinar when you're thinking about content to create. So what is social media marketing? It enables others to advocate for your business through compelling content, and that's really a big part of today's webinar. So social media is a little bit like a cocktail party. You kind of listen and then respond. The links are essentially, from an analogy perspective, links are essentially the currency on the web. So the more links you've got coming in, the more likely you are to be able to go meet your goals. And then social media monitoring collects online mentions for measurement and response. And again, we're going to be monitoring. I'm going to show you some very specific tools here today that you can use to monitor your brand and then how to go and engage with individuals. A good analogy, your company blogs are kind of like digital publications that allow real-time public responses. Facebook is a social network that connects people personally and professionally through connections, messages, photos, and videos. And Facebook fan pages, or the like page, I guess they're still fan pages, but you no longer become a fan, you actually like it. It lets businesses interact with customers and prospects on a much more one-to-one and intimate basis. And Twitter, this was a great analogy to kind of explain what Twitter is. Twitter is basically a text message with a BCC to the world, which is an interesting way to think about that. So, you know, I'm sure everyone on the call here today has got friends that what they do is it's called life casting, right? So they're on Twitter, and every 30 minutes they're telling their friends and the world essentially what they're doing. But I thought that was a great way to look at Twitter. This is basically a text message with a BCC to the world. This is the Starbucks page. So businesses use Twitter to converse with prospects, provide customer service, and drive website traffic. And Starbucks is a fantastic example of how to use these tools in a very, very effective fashion. Absolutely, for those of you who are still on the fence, I'm going to hopefully, some of our previous webinars really goes through the proven strategies to go drive applicants and make great hires. We've recently done a bit of a report internally here, and we're driving approximately 15% of all career site traffic on average to our clients through social media. So that includes LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. So an additional 15%, which when you look at this, and you break up all the pieces of that pie as far as where the visitors are coming from, social media, we're proving, is driving applicant flow, and it's in fact ending in great hires. Social media and lead generation opportunities, very simple ROI. So lead generation opportunities is how do you go find those passive candidates to go drive them in, and social media is one of the best ways to do that. So I wanted to kind of set that up, and some of those stats may be old for you, but some of them may be new. What I'd like to do now is run a quick poll again, and the question is does your company have a branded Twitter page that you share job content on? And I'm going to go and just share that one out. 1 second here. Okay, so I'm going to launch the poll. Does your company have a branded Twitter page that you share job content on? Okay, so we'll give it another 15 seconds here. We've got about half of you in. Okay, so I'm going to shut down the poll here, and it was a resounding 90% no, 10% yes. So it could be a variety of reasons why that's the case. It could have to do with maybe marketing, not allowing HR to do that stuff, or it could be just that you haven't gotten on it yet. Okay, so as I hop in now, so we want to talk about 3 key sections, and the first section I want to talk about is listening, and listening really is the new marketing. So I want to talk about why would you listen, what to listen for, how to listen, and then finally how to join the conversation. So why listen? Everybody knows this, and it's you know, social media is not the reason why people are saying good or bad things about your brand. People have been doing this, you know, since the dawn, you know, the dawn of ages, basically, in the sense that people have always got opinions about products, services, and companies. So what social media is people have always been talking, but it obviously provides you with tools and ways to actually go listen to what's going on. There are reviews, happy customers, upset candidates. You know, super fan customers. There's people that are essentially using blogs and forum groups and status updates all over the web to go and talk about your brand. And don't, you know, one of the things that sometimes people maybe misinterpret or underestimate is the importance of a status update and a comment can hold a lot of weight if it's with their friends and their social networks when they're talking about your brand. So what to listen for? There's a couple of things, and there's some more techie language here in regards to social media strategies, but share a voice. So if you think about, you know, 100% of the comments and the voices that are on the web, you know, to what degree are people talking about you? I apologize, that is a spelling mistake, but I think everyone knows what we were trying to say there. That is not a fancy social media message. That is